created so much great energy with these deer hunts that we wanted to do more. After all, regardless of what we do, it'll never be enough. I don't know that there's any better place in the world to hunt turkeys than there is at Mellon Creek Ranch.
We only hunt turkeys here for about 3 weeks out of the year.
Each year we do this hunt with Support U.S. Armed Forces.
It's a very small thing, but it's a big thing to them.
Really looking forward to it. I'd never been on a turkey hunt, never killed a turkey before.
I can hear the birds, just the tension.
The birds came in really close, and I knew that I had to be super still, which I'm not great at.
I don't know, we went about a mile and then we spotted a jake and a gobbler. I had it directly on his neck and I squeezed it off. I thought the shot was really good.
Now I know this turkey can see me. I know he can see my eyes blinking. I know he can see my heart beating through my chest.
There are 3 roads that lead to the same destination. There are 3 players seeking to achieve one goal. Why do I hunt? It's who I am.
Where do I find the passion? It's in my blood.
How do I keep going? It's what I live for.
We are the wildlifers. I don't know that there's any better place in the world to hunt turkeys than there is at Mellon Creek Ranch. Definitely not any better place to hunt Rio turkeys. Minimal pressure, huge expanse of land, perfect habitat. It's just fantastic.
When you say 100,000 acres, that's a lot of land. And when you have turkeys that are scattered throughout this country, that's what makes it great here.
This Mellon Ranch is loaded with turkey. We are just blessed with big flocks of them.
We only hunt turkeys here for about 2.5 to 3 weeks out of the year, and then we give them the whole year off. So the pressure that these birds get is minimal. That's what makes, turkey hunting here at Mellon Creek Outfitters special.
We were very fortunate to meet Bill with Support U.S. Armed Forces. It gave us a significant opportunity to do something that we're all really passionate about, which is giving back to the servicemen and women.
Each year we do this hunt with Support U.S. Armed Forces, and they usually send us some guys that have came on the whitetail hunts before, so they're a little bit familiar with the ranch. And this year we have Blake Markwell, Ben Alicia, and Sean Stevenson.
Ben Alicia, retired Master Sergeant, United States Marine Corps. I hunted here last year in October for deer, and then I ran into Dan and Stephanie at SHOT Show, and they invited me to do a follow-on turkey hunt this year.
My name's Sean Stevenson. I was in the United States Air Force. I was security police. It was actually my brother, and he had encouraged me to go to the Dixie Deer Classic to showcase some of our knives. We've got a knife business. Got a booth there. We were there. I met Bill Carlson, and Bill had a booth for Support U.S. Armed Forces. And there they had a raffle giving away a turkey hunt at Mellon Creek Outfitters here.
My name is Blake Markwell. I was a combat engineer in the United States Marine Corps from 2010 to 2013. I found out about the Mellon Creek Outfitters and coming down here for a whitetail hunt back in October, I believe. I ran into Bill Carlson from the Support U.S. Armed Forces. Said that he had a great opportunity for me, so he invited me.
When Blake came on our whitetail hunt in the fall, we had a really good relationship.
Further down the road, after we finished the hunt for whitetails back in October, ran into Miss Stephanie. She said that she had a great opportunity to come back this time for the turkey hunt. And I was really looking forward to it. I'd never been on a turkey hunt, never killed a turkey before.
We realized he was doing some training for some positions that we needed to fulfill.
And he's just a great guy. In fact, he is such a great guy that we actually hired him here at Wildlifers to help us with our marketing, and he's done a great job.
So to have him come back on those turkey hunts, pretty special because we've actually grown kind of close. I've been fortunate to get to go on several turkey hunts, and I really want to try my trade at calling them in. So I'm excited about being the guide and getting set up and actually working a bird for a client. I've been going out for days scouting these birds and getting their location of where they've been treeing and where they've been hanging out and where they fly down. I'm headed out trying to roost a bird, find some birds for our veteran hunters that are coming in tomorrow. Kind of excited about it because one of them actually works for us, so it's gonna be fun. Can't wait. I really feel like I've done my homework on figuring out where they're gonna go and their behaviors. I know where the birds are. This is gonna be fun. I know exactly where to take them. I'm looking forward to it.
Wildlifers is brought to you by Mellon Creek Outfitters, raising standards, not fences. Barnes Precision Machine, USA made with unmatched performance. Wise Eye Smart Feeders, feed the guest, zap the pest, shut out the rest. We are the Wildlifers. If you seriously think about it, most of life's paths for years and years would never have crossed if it weren't for hunting.
Well, this is Blake's very first turkey hunt, and I just feel so fortunate to be the person that gets to take him. I love experiencing this with new people that have never gone, and I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
So Miss Stephanie had been scouting out these turkeys out in a part of the ranch, and she had two specific trees that they were roosting in.
So I really strategically planned this tree that we were going to set up under because it was a good location. It had good cover, it had enough room for everybody to get, and I feel like it's a good place. So I'm calling and I'm doing the best job I can, and I can hear the birds, just the tension. They're coming closer. They're listening to the call. It was so exciting.
We could see them, but they were still too far for the shotgun and for the shot. So here comes the adrenaline, here comes the heart racing. And they ended up going around us. We waited there for another 30 minutes or so because they were still really close, really close. And probably 45 minutes had passed and they hadn't gone another 50 yards.
We decided this would be a good time for us to get up. Well, Blake and I are creeping around and we're moving and trying to get set up, and these birds are close. They just can't see us, and it's just super cool.
I think they're right over the other side of that fence line. I think you should go to that corner and I'll call them right here with my decoy in the middle. Yes, ma'am.
We had a clear lane that we could see the birds and where we thought they were going to be coming.
As we get set up, I see the hen. She's just moseying right along, and there's a Tom and two Jakes coming right behind her.
The birds came in really close, and I knew they had to be super still, which I'm not great at.
These birds come out and they are putting on a show. They are just strutting and all puffed out.
Your heart's racing and you're getting a little sweaty palms, and you're just like, I gotta make sure the shot is right on. You want to make it as humane as possible.
And Blake just shot. He couldn't even wait till they came out of strut. They were that close. He was so excited.
I was extremely happy. You know, I was pumping my fist. I was grinning from ear to ear about having my first turkey and, you know, how close that they came and, you know, just the perfect setup. You know, it makes a great hunting story, especially for your first turkey. Yeah, that's a big bird.
Look at his beard.
That's huge.
You did really, really good. I'm so happy.
There's spurs on him.
Well, this was a super fun hunt. Get to hunt with Blake and taking him on his first turkey hunt, that's so exciting to me.
Look at the colors in his wing. I mean,
I know. They're beautiful birds. Just
absolutely.
Look at the gold and the pretty colors.
He's a gorgeous bird.
It's amazing.
Beautiful bird, quick, clean.
Look at his spurs. They're sharp.
Couldn't have been a more perfect kill.
Good go. I am so proud of you. You did great.
Thank you.
That worked out awesome.
It did. Couldn't have asked for a better situation. My first turkey, but Miss Stephanie was a great guide and I couldn't have asked for a better experience.
You did great. Look how close you were. We were like 12 yards.
This segment is brought to you by Barnes Precision Machines, USA made with unmatched performance. Life has many twists and turns, both positive and negative. Don't worry too much about the bumps in the road. Stay focused on the destination. Sean is going to actually hunt with Hagen, and I'm going to actually ride along with them and film their hunt for them. It's kind of the best of both worlds for me. I love turkey hunting and I love cameras, so I'm right where I need to be. We get out there, get set up, the birds are over a little ways from us.
We heard 15, maybe 20 gobblers there in the very beginning in the morning. And then we had two really nice gobblers that came in behind us.
Well, the birds kind of come our way, but they still stayed well out of shotgun range, so kind of let them pass. And, you know, that allowed Hagen and Sean to really get down low and crawl up a little bit further to get closer.
Hagen and I, after we'd been locked in for a couple hours, we actually low crawled, a couple hundred yards trying to get to them, and we just weren't able to get on them. We decided to relocate, and I don't know, we went about a mile, and then we spotted a Jake and a gobbler in the open, and Hagen and Dan, with the knowledge of the ranch, knew a way to get around them and to come in and then to pull them into us so we could get a shot at them.
Everybody moved and get situated, get set down. Hagen gets on the call again, and it was just like somebody turned a light switch on. A Tom and one of the Jakes just comes, you know, blowing around the corner there along the brush line.
Hagen was sitting behind me, and then I've got Dan, who's a celebrity, over to the side filming the hunt. And it was, it adds a little stress to it, I think, because, I mean, you've got a professional hunter there and a professional guide. So you want to make sure you do everything the right way.
Well, they come around that corner at a pretty good clip, and, they come into 17 yards and just set on the brakes. And, that head telescopes up, and this is one of those moments where you're, everything, your skin's crawling, man. It is so exciting. Well, the gun goes boom, and the turkey runs off. He must have aimed a little too left, right, high, low, something. I don't know what happened, but you didn't hit the turkey.
I had to kind of suck down just a little bit. I had it directly on his neck, and I squeezed it off. I thought the shot was really good, and
I gave him just an unreasonable amount of grief about it. But the fun thing about Sean is that he takes it well. He'll turn around and give it right back.
It's embarrassing. I've taken a little bit of ribbon for it.
So that's kind of what makes hunting fun. He's one of those people that he doesn't mind if you make fun of him, and he'll make fun of himself. But the bottom line is he missed, we've all missed. We're all gonna miss again, but it was just a great time to hang out with him and just fun.
All right, so we're getting ready to go to dinner here, and I have a special presentation. It's in utmost appreciation for all you have done for America's Wounded Warriors from Master Sergeant Ben L.C., retired United States Marine Corps. Last year after the deer hunt, I decided that I was going to present Stephanie and Dan and my guide Hagen at the time a plaque in appreciation for what they did for me. There you guys go. Yes, sir. I mean, I can't, you know, repay you guys for what you've done.
That means a lot to Stephanie and I, and he certainly didn't have to do that. You know, we don't do any of this for anything like that. We do it simply because we truly do recognize what these guys go through.
From myself.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Yes,
I'm glad
sir.
that we could give back to y'all for what y'all done for us. And it means a lot to have you guys here and be able to show y'all our appreciation and help you guys out in every way we can.
I mean, I don't know if anybody had ever done it for them before, but I mean, they do a lot for us, and I thought that was just a tiny token of my appreciation for what they did for me.
What all can you hunt at Mellon Creek Outfitters? A, nilgai, B, hogs, C, bobcats, D, all of the above. This segment is brought to you by Wise Eye Smart Feeders. Feed the guest, zap the pest, shut out the rest. You can hunt all native Texas game at Mellon Creek Outfitters, including deer, turkey, hogs, and bobcats, plus 2 species of exotics, nilgai and black buck, all of which are free range.
You know, this week on this hunt, I'm going to be guiding Ben Alicia, and he is a veteran that got wounded in combat. I'm really excited that I'm going to be his turkey hunting guide. I mean, if you look out here, look at all the flowers and everything is blooming. And right here is some little blackberries, or some people call them dewberries, you know. These birds, they're feeding on it a lot, and hopefully we'll get us a bird, and I bet when we're cleaning him that we'll find some of these in them, because every one of them I've cleaned have been full of them.
So last year while here on the deer hunt, I ran into probably 300-400 turkeys. So when somebody tells you, hey, you're coming back to this ranch to do a turkey hunt, I'm expecting that everywhere I look, I'm gonna run into a turkey. And then we hit the extreme opposite when I got here.
Throughout the days that we've been hunting, it's been tough to get the birds to work. These birds are really henned up, they're not wanting to work. Me as a guide, I want to produce for Ben. I want to get him this bird, and you know, I said, well, let's go to some other spots. You know, now it's what we call run and gun. You know, I hit a box call just to see if we can hear one, and it doesn't take long. Boom.
We found some birds walking down a pipeline, and we can actually hear them gobbling as they came closer. So we actually had to set up position a lot earlier than we wanted to. Dustin starts calling them, and they continue to walk past a little bit further before they finally turned around, and you could tell as soon as they turned around that they were coming back in our direction. At that point, you know, my heart's about to jump out of my throat. I'm shaking in front of a tree going, man, please don't let these turkeys look right at me. And they just kept coming in closer and closer. Then I saw number 2, number 3 come in. Now I know this turkey can see me. I know he can see my eyes blinking. I know he can see my heart beating through my chest.
Probably 20-yard shot, and he just smacked him. It was awesome.
Oh, they were literally in my lap.
You know, that's what we call having a hot bird. You know, those birds were looking for a hen. They wanted one bad. That's what we've been looking for.
Yep.
Let's go check him out.
I mean, just the colors that they have, the behavior, although turkey's a turkey, they do have slightly different behaviors. It was a totally enjoyable experience.
Yes, sir. Old longbeard. Look at this spurs, it got some pretty dang good old hooks. And then all the different colors in their wings. That's what makes turkey hunting a beautiful thing. I mean, it's a lot of fun to try to outsmart him, you know, and call him in and whatever, but when you look how pretty they are. Ben shot his turkey, and you know, you can just see the appreciation in his eyes and how much fun he had on the hunt. And for me, it was just as much fun to take him on the hunt. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Well, now you've killed a deer here.
Yep.
Killed a dang turkey.
Mellon Creek Ranch, as last time, a phenomenal establishment, and they treat me like I'm family when I come here.
I'm really glad that I had this experience. All I can tell you is that whatever my expectations were, once I got here and I've experienced this, they've been exceeded greatly.
It's a wounded veteran hunt, and it's their way of showing appreciation to us, but it means way more to us. You know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime hunt. I'm very, very appreciative of everything that Bill Carlson does and continues to do, and the same goes for Mr. Dan and Miss Stephanie and their team here.
You know, you can just see it in their eyes that they appreciate it. There's something about it, and it touches me here to take these guys that have went over and fought for our freedom and give them a turkey hunt. It's a very small thing, but it's a big thing to them.
Well, it means so much to me to get to spend time with these people that come on these hunts. Support U.S. Armed Forces does a great job locating these men and bringing them down here. We've never met somebody that we don't just become great friends with.
We want to keep doing this with Support U.S. Armed Forces for as long as we are possibly able to do it. It is absolutely just a remarkable time with some very great and well-deserving people. Closed captioning by Vault Aviation, a different kind of whitetail.